Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of TLFC. Today we're going to go ahead and take a look at some of the 2025 kits that have already released or been leaked for the upcoming USL and MLS seasons of 2025. So San Diego Football Club, which is, going to be my hometown team now that there's no longer San Diego Loyal.
So rest in peace, my friend.
Dropped their inaugural kit today, and a few other teams have actually already released their kits. And like I said, there have been some leaks. So I figured now would be a good time to take a look at some of those kits, some of those leaks.
We got leaks everywhere.
And, give my thoughts, give it a little review on them. Also, just so you know, if you are new here, we are doing a giveaway. I'm giving away 2 graded tag cards, a Lionel Messi and a Cristiano Ronaldo card. So if you are interested in that, go ahead and leave a comment, subscribe, and you'll be entered to win. Someone's going to win both cards for free. So without further ado, let's go ahead and take a look at some of these kits for the upcoming 2025 US domestic seasons. Let's get into it. All right, guys, so first off, we're going to go ahead and look at the USL here. So as far as I was able to gather, there's only kits have been released for USL League 1. So nothing for USL League 2, nothing for the USL Championship as of now, based on what I was able to find. So right now, we're going to go ahead and hop into the kits that have been released for the USL League 1 and take a look at them. All right, so the first club we're going to go ahead and look at here is going to be a brand new club in USL League 1 this season, based in Portland, Maine, known as the Portland Hearts of Pine. So here's the kit. I have to say, I really, really like this kit. For an inaugural kit, I think it's very, very sharp, really good looking kit. I really like the, blue and the green hoops that go horizontally throughout the kit. So those hoops are meant to represent basically, the woods, which Maine is known for, and then that would be the green. And then the blue is made to represent the ocean, which obviously, Maine is known for timber and then, lobster fishing. And I think they did a good job capturing that in some of these release photos. As you can see, here's a guy splitting wood. Here's a guy catching some lobster out in the ocean. I really like this kit. I really think it does a good job of capturing, the colors of Maine. And I think it's really sharp. So other thing I really like is I do like the red trim around, the sleeves and around the collar. I love the collar on this one. I love it's, a traditional classic looking collar with the buttons. I just think it looks sharp. And, I really love that Maine is getting a professional sports team. To my knowledge, Maine has really only ever had the Maine Red Claws, which is a G League basketball team. They're the Maine Celtics now, if I'm not mistaken. So I'm actually a Celtics fan. I'm a New England sports fan in general. With the exception of soccer, I do tend to lean towards San Diego for soccer. But other than that, I've always loved New England. My whole family's from back east. So I love this kit. I really, really think it's sharp. I really like the branding this club is going with, with the Dirigo heart. That's what they're calling it. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. Dirigo.
I'm not a smart man.
But it's Latin for I lead, which is the state motto of Maine. So I really think it's cool that they're, that's their interpretation of, the state motto. They're using the heart, which is really cool to me. But yeah, I really can't say enough good things about this kit. I really like the color scheme. I really like the long sleeves. The long sleeve version of this kit is super cool. I would run out and go buy it if I was from Portland, Maine, or, any of the surrounding cities of Maine. So definitely love this one. I think Portland Hearts of Pine knocked this out of the park. Very, very nice kit.
Oh, yes. Very, very nice.
All right, so let's move on to the next team, and that's going to be AV Alta, which is another brand new team in the USL League 1 this season. AV Alta, it's Antelope Valley. Alta is what that stands for. So they're going to be based in Lancaster, California, which is just north of LA on the other side of the Angeles Mountains. And, that whole area is known as the Antelope Valley. So I really, really like this kit. I really like the color scheme. I love the dark green. And obviously this silhouette of a Joshua tree is really, really cool. So Joshua trees are pretty synonymous with the high desert area of Southern California. My mom's from the high desert, so I'm used to seeing Joshua trees all the time. And you really only see them in the southwestern United States and, like some parts of northern Mexico. They're a very rarely cool tree. California has taken steps to protect them. You can't cut them down, can't burn them, can't do things like that. So I think it's really, really cool. I have never really seen a Joshua tree tied into anything. So I think it's sharp. I also really like the bottom of the shirt. So also in that silhouette, you can see some mountain ranges in the background. You can see some plants, which really give it that high desert vibe. And then I love the cities that they stitched into the bottom of the shirt in white there. I think that looks really, really cool. I love that they're paying homage to, all the cities in the Antelope Valley area. So, it kind of is smart. They're a new club. It pulls in people from not just Lancaster, but the entire surrounding area. So I like that a lot. For me, the color scheme really works. I like the silhouette, you know, of the high desert look. I love the city stitched into the bottom. I think it's a very sharp shirt. And for a brand new team, I think they did a really good job. You know, it'll probably sell a lot. You know, if I was from that area of California, I'd probably run out and buy one. So very well done, AV Alta.
Very well done. Come on.
All right, and that's gonna go ahead and bring us to our last USL League One kit leak. And it's not a leak, it's a reveal because it is another brand new club on the block, and that's gonna be Westchester Soccer Club. Here's a look at the kit right here. And you know, this is a club based in Westchester County, New York. So Westchester County is, you know, kind of in northern New York City, I guess. You know, I've never really been to New York. I had a layover there once, so I'm not, you know, an expert on New York City, but I would imagine that they maybe don't consider themselves part of New York City. But getting in on the shirt a little bit, you know, I think it's a little bit bland. There are some saving graces in this shirt. You know, obviously it's a plain white shirt with yellow trim, but there are some cool things in the stitching that do kind of help make it a little bit more unique. I like that Hummel does a good job kind of, you know, adding some original stitching into shirts a lot of the time. So that is something that I like. And in this shirt, you can see there is a bridge, or, you know, what is meant to represent a bridge stitched into the shirt. So that's the Governor Mario M. Cuomo bridge that they stitch into the shirt, which, you know, links Westchester, the county of Westchester, to the other side, you know, of, I guess, what would be northern New York and some of those other hamlets just north of New York City. So I like it. I think it's cool. It pays homage to, you know, the local area, which I'm a big fan of. Anytime you tie in anything that, you know, pays homage to the local area, I'm kind of a sucker for that. So I don't love this shirt, but I don't hate it. And I think they'll probably sell a decent amount of these. It's definitely not the most, you know, eye-catching shirt in the world. The sponsor isn't great, but other than that, pretty neat shirt. So well done, Westchester.
It's pretty cool, I guess.
All right, guys, so that's gonna go ahead and do it for the USL shirts. Now we're gonna go ahead and take a look at some of the MLS shirts that have been leaked. Before we get into the actual shirts that have been leaked, or, you know, revealed, a few clubs have actually revealed their shirts early. I'm gonna go ahead and show you some of the color waves that have leaked for some of the other clubs, you know, before their shirts leak. So you'll at least know, you know, a basic color scheme for what your club's kit is gonna look like next year. So first up, we have LAFC, and you know, it looks like it's gonna be a white kit. As of now, the accent colors for the kit have not been released, but with my incredible power of deductive reasoning, I imagine the accent colors are going to be black or gold, or black and gold. So this is what you're going to be looking at, is a white kit with black and gold trim for LAFC in 2025. Next, we're going to have DC United. So this is the color scheme for DC United. It's going to be an ecru tint base. You know, I had to look up what ecru was, and it's basically a grayish yellow or cream color. So the accents have not been released for this kit, like, you know, some of these other kits we're going to look at, but you can pretty much imagine it's going to be black and red, you know, to match their traditional color scheme. So it's going to be an ecru base with black and red trim would be my guess. All right, so next we have the Portland Timbers. And this is another shirt where we don't have the accent colors released, but we do know the base color, which is going to be green nightshade, you know, a pretty traditional Portland Timbers color. I would imagine the shirt will have gold and white accents just to kind of match most of what Portland has always done. But it is the 50th year of Portland's existence. So the Portland Timbers came out in 1975. It's going to be 2025, so that's 50th year. So there's a lot of speculation that it is going to match the color scheme of the kit from 1975. I'll go ahead and pop that up. And if they do that, I love that. I love homages to original kits. I love anniversary kits. I think it's a great idea. I think this will probably be a really sharp kit. All right, so next we have the Seattle Sounders, and the Seattle Sounders 2025 away kit is going to be a bluish gray color known as Aurora Ink. The accents are unknown for this kit at the moment, and I'm not really ready to speculate on what those colors will be. You know, it sounds like maybe they'll do some Native American tie-ins, you know, because there are, you know, some very traditional Native American tribes in that region. So it could have some, you know, pretty different colors to it. But I would imagine, you know, it'd be like green, but we'll see. I think they might do something special for this kit, and I have to say I'm anxious to see it. I think it'll be a cool kit. All right, so next we have the New York Red Bulls, and the New York Red Bulls are going to have a Halo Ivory base for their 2025 home kit. So basically just white. It'd probably be a nice shade of white, pretty poppy. And, you know, the accent colors aren't known for this kit yet, but they are the New York Red Bulls. I imagine it's going to be red accents. So yeah, you're going to have a Halo Ivory white with most likely red accents for the 2025 season, New York Red Bulls fans. All right, so next we have LA Galaxy, and the 2025 away kit for the newly crowned MLS Cup champions is going to be a dark blue noble ink color. So the accent colors are unknown for this one. You know, Galaxy could go a little, you know, off the wall and make something different, but I'd imagine they're going to use yellow accents on this kit. So you're gonna have a noble blue ink kit and most likely yellow accents, but we'll see if they do something, you know, a little off the wall with this. All right, next we have NYCFC, which will be using a Bahia light blue for their base as the 2025 away kit. And that's the same color as their 2024 home kit. So, you know, it's a color that they're accustomed to. They always use light blue, so should be no surprises there. I imagine the accent colors are going to be their traditional accent colors of a darker blue and orange, and I'm looking forward to seeing this kit. I always kind of like their kits. I like the light blue. I think they look sharp. So NYCFC fans, you're going to see another Bahia light blue kit this season. All right, and our last team that has just released colors, and then we'll go ahead and get into the teams that actually have pictures of jerseys that have leaked or have been released, is going to be Chicago Fire. So Chicago Fire's 2025 away kit is going to feature a sky tint blue base color. So a very, very light blue, which, you know, to my knowledge, I don't think they often go with a very light blue. They usually use the dark blue. And, you know, the accents on this one could be up for debate here. So obviously I would think they would use red. They are the Chicago Fire, but there's some rumors that they're going to be pulling in some different colors, like maybe some oranges and some yellows into this kit. But for now, it's going to be a very sky tint light blue color, and I would imagine it will have red accents. All right, and now just one more kit, a little honorable mention before we get into the teams that have actually released kits or, you know, there's been leaks, is we're going to go ahead and take a look at the MLS All-Star Kit Leak. So here's a look at the MLS All-Star Kit Leak, and I have to say I really like the look of this. It definitely looks like an All-Star kit. You know, I really like the iridescent, you know, blue Adidas stripes on the shoulders. I really like the iridescent badging on this, and if you look a little closer at the stitching, it looks like it has some sunburst patterns, like almost like firework patterns, so it definitely works for an All-Star kit. I think it'll look sharp. I think they did a good job with this one, if this is indeed what the MLS All-Star kit is going to look like.
Your friend is so shiny.
Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and take a look at a couple of these teams that have actually had leaks. So the first two teams we're going to look at actually have leaks, and the next two teams actually already revealed their kit. So the first team we're going to look at here is Orlando City, and this is a leak that literally dropped today. It's Friday today. You know, I'm probably going to release this video on Saturday, so maybe there'll be a leak by tomorrow, but these are all the leaks that were available to me right now. So here's a look at the Orlando City kit, and I can't say that I hate this kit. You know, it tends to kind of have a lot going on, but I usually like that on kits. I don't really like bland kits. You know, I like this checkerboardy, you know, all over pattern that they have going. And if you look in the bottom corner of the kit, they have the swirl of what looks like a hurricane. So I would imagine that this is a hurricane inspired kit. Obviously, Florida gets hammered by hurricanes almost every single year. Obviously, this year was a very, very gnarly year for hurricanes. So, you know, my thoughts go out to you guys. If, you know, anybody lost their home or anyone lost property, I hope everyone's doing okay out there in Florida, out there in Orlando. But to me, I really like that when any club ties in something that's kind of unique to the region. You know, hurricanes maybe aren't the best thing to be known for, but it's part of reality if you live in Florida. So I like the kit. I like how chaotic it looks. It definitely captures that hurricane look. So this is a really nice sharp kit. I really like what Orlando City did here, if this is indeed the kit that they use for the 2025 season, which I'm pretty sure it is. Most of these leaks have been pretty spot on.
You ready for the woo! Hurricane?
All right, so the next club we're going to look at is Austin FC. And as of right now, there are only a couple photos leaked for this kit, for the Austin FC kit for 2025. And obviously these are unofficial designs, but this is what the leak looks like as of right now. And, you know, this kit has some of the classic color schemes of, you know, Austin FC. It's got the vertical stripe pattern, which, you know, they've been somewhat known for, you know, in the short time that the club has existed. You know, I do like that it has the different varying shades of green between the stripes, and then it has, you know, black, because they always have black and green, you know, those little black in cuts. I will say I'm not a huge fan of this template. If you've watched any of my videos this year where I review kits, Adidas has been using this template for basically every kit. I don't like these little in cuts. I think they're just a boring kit. It really doesn't do it for me, but I do like that they captured their traditional colors, so it's not necessarily the worst kit I've ever seen. If this is the final design choice, I'm sure they'll sell, you know, quite a few, but I like some of their kits from previous years a little bit better. But I'm not going to be over judgmental here. I will do a ranking of every kit when they come out, and I can't imagine I rank this one too high, but for all intents and purposes, you know, I can tell it's Austin FC, so I think this kit does the job for the 2025 season.
That'll do, Piggy.
All right, guys, so that's going to go ahead and bring us to our first official reveal, and that's going to be Inter Miami FC. So Inter Miami FC actually dropped this kit yesterday. They just did the reveal on it, so they did the reveal on Thursday. Like I said, today is Friday. I'm going to post this video hopefully on Saturday. And here's the kit right here. I can't say that I hate this kit. You know, I think they're getting a lot of flack for releasing this kit early, you know, kind of stealing some of the thunder people are saying from the LA Galaxy, who just won, you know, the MLS Cup a few days ago. But to me, it doesn't bother me that they're releasing the kit early. I like seeing kits early. I like building up hype for the new season. And, you know, if I'm a fan of a specific team, I want to get the kit early. I like buying kits. So to me, I don't have any problem with it. And I like this kit. I like the half black, half gray look to the kit. I like how the opposite halves have different colored, you know, 3 Adidas lines on the shoulders. I like how one half's gray, one half's black, and they kind of mirror each other. It looks really sharp to me. I don't hate the kit. I think Inter Miami just has a really good color scheme, so it tends to always work for me. You know, obviously I didn't like their really lame central design pink kit from last year, so this is a step up for me for Inter Miami. The shirt is meant to symbolize granite, so it's meant to symbolize strength and resilience. I don't really see how granite ties in with Miami. You know, granite is something that's New England is known for, you know, like New Hampshire, Vermont, those areas are really granite heavy areas. So it's kind of weird that they're going with granite, but other than that, I like the shirt. If you look at the stitching on the top of the collar on the back, it says, you know, freedom to dream. Not really sure what that ties into, but you know, who doesn't like a good dream? Everybody likes to dream, so I don't necessarily hate that. Seems a little bit corny, if I'm gonna be honest, but it's not the worst thing I've ever seen. So I think it's a sharp kit. It's definitely serviceable for an Inter Miami kit, and I think they'll probably sell a ton of them. Obviously, any shirt with Messi's name on the back tends to sell pretty good, so I imagine Inter Miami won't have any problem moving these shirts next year.
They sell themselves.
All right, guys, and that is going to bring us to our final club that revealed their kit today, which is going to be San Diego Football Club. And, you know, I'm pretty much making this video because San Diego Football Club released their kit today, and I have to say, I'm not a huge fan of this kit. So here's the kit, here's the inaugural look at this kit, and I'll say I've been waiting for this kit for quite a while. You know, I've been wanting to see it basically since the announcement of the club, and I have been left pretty disappointed. As you know, I really do not like these Adidas templates, and this is like the most boring one I've seen all year. You know, I do kind of like the color fade on those inslets. You know, it's the orange, yellow, red, and blue. It kind of fades. It looks okay. I would say the biggest redeeming feature of the entire kit is I do like the silver. So I like the silver, you know, 3 Adidas stripes on the shoulders. I like the silver naming on the back and the silver numbers. I think the silver looks sharp, but other than that, it's not a very good kit. I pretty much woke up this morning planning to buy the kit, and now I'm gonna go ahead and wait to see the away kit, praying that's a little bit more inspired than this one so I can buy that one. You know, I do want to get a kit, you know, for the inaugural season of the club, but it might not be this one. If the away kit is really bad, I might just pony up and buy it because I'd like to have an inaugural kit, but this definitely does not do it for me. There's really nothing unique. I wish they would have took the badge and, you know, at least put some stitching, like some badge stitching into the shirt, just something to kind of make it unique to the region. There's really nothing unique to San Diego about this. I mean, they could have put the Coronado Bridge stitched into it. You know, there's so many things they could have done to make it a little more unique to the region. And I'll be completely honest, I don't really like, you know, the stitching on the inside of the collar. It says state of flow, which, you know, I imagine that's, you know, an homage to the badge because it's like waves flowing on the badge, but I can't really say that I like that little saying. If I'm gonna be honest, state of flow really just doesn't work for me. If anything, I would take all these kits and throw them into the Tijuana River and watch them flow out of the state. I really don't like them. You know, I'd rather see them thrown in with, you know, it's not the cleanest river, so that might be where they belong, and get them flowing on out of the state. So yeah, not my favorite kit. I'm pretty disappointed if I'm gonna be completely honest, but it is serviceable, I suppose. You know, it has the colors that they're going for, you know, the blue and chrome, or azul and chrome, they're calling it. And, you know, I don't hate the orange, red, and blue fade that they have going on there. I think it's a nice color scheme. You know, it represents the sunset over the ocean, which I like. But other than that, very, very boring kit. I would have to say I'm pretty disappointed with the 2025 inaugural home kit for San Diego Football Club.
You blew it!
All right, guys, that's going to go ahead and do it for another video. Thank you so much for watching. Those of you who stuck around to the end, go ahead and let me know in the comments what you think about some of these, you know, kit leaks, new releases for new clubs. You know, some of these are really, really sharp kits, and I really like them. But if you didn't like them, or, you know, if there's one you did like that I don't like, go ahead and let me know down in the comments. Please consider subscribing. I do have the giveaway going. But without further ado, thank you guys. Have a super fantastic weekend, and we will catch you on the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.